Welcome to Cold Hard Trash CRT episode 60. I'm your host, Trash Can Jones.
And I'm Bragg, your fellow host.
We are fresh off our balanced breakfast, feeling balanced, one with the breakfast. Do you feel balanced?
Yeah.
I feel bad. I do not feel good. That grapefruit was a trap. I can't believe you set me up. It's fucking... You set me up. It's just such a terrible feeling. You think you know a guy. You think he's gonna treat you well. Think he's gonna have your best interests at heart. You set me up.
I think grapefruit's pretty good.
That's not. I think you're just wrong.
It is an odd one, though.
We're gonna have to not even like agree to disagree, because I'm not gonna agree with your like disagreement. You're just wrong. Like that's not a correct statement.
However, I did agree with you in the whole notes of BO.
It tasted like a sock. That. It's just so bad, like an old sock. Like I'm just licking my armpit.
Well, a lot of these a lot of people appreciate things with complex flavors. I remember having some single malt scotch at a friend's place, and I was reading the box, and one of the tasting notes was antifreeze.
What? Oh my god. It's supposed to taste like that?
It was a note.
Okay. Weird.
You know, you start with the more basic ones. You start with like a wine or something, and then it's like, getting notes of apricot, mango.
Abraxo cleaner.
Apple. Yeah. You build up to get to more complicated stuff, just to feel anything.
Get a little bit of Lysol in the wine, and then eventually you can just get bleach whiskey.
Yeah, like these strange, bitter and off-putting flavors. Like they can be like. You ever like the smell of gasoline?
I mean, yeah, of course. Gas is good. It smells good.
You could find something out there that doesn't include gasoline, but it has some type of compound in it that reminds you of that taste.
Interesting.
Smell and taste are similar.
Interesting. Yeah, and I don't have to be a gasoline huffing fiend.
Yeah. You can finally stop.
Gas huffing days can be over. Oh, shit.
Did huffing markers in elementary school actually ever do anything?
I don't think so.
Was that really a problem?
It was a problem for sure, but I don't think it ever actually did anything.
Okay.
It was definitely a problem anytime new packs of markers were open. Because I don't know if it was ever a thing at your school, but every day at the beginning of the year, not every day, every beginning of the year of the school, when we'd have all of our new supplies, like the new packs of markers, crayons, and everything, everybody'd be whipping them out, cracking them open, just double nostril. Blue and green. Good stuff. Get the expo markers, get them up, they have the fat parts, you can just wedge them in there and just...
Mm-hmm. Kind of like how, oh yeah, this guy smoked weed. You can tell because his eyes are red and stuff like that.
He's got green and blue dripping out of the nose.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Little marker huffer. I mean, they made scented markers, too, at some point.
Man, a piece of grapefruit still stuck in my throat. Oh, just coughed it up. Sorry about that. It's coming back for me. You set me up. You set me up, you son of a bitch. It's coming back to kill me. The goddamn assassin that grapefruit was.
You're getting acclimated.
I hate it.
That didn't happen to me.
It's you're right. It's like the Princess Bride. Both of them are poison. You're just acclimated to the poison. Fucking, I can't believe it just came back to kill me like that. I almost died twice.
Yeah,
goddamn grapefruit.
But back with the markers and stuff, I remember in elementary school, there was this book, you may have heard of it, called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
It was a book?
It was a book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And and some friends were really big fans of it. This has nothing to do with markers, just elementary school. And we'd have our free time in elementary school where we'll all sit around and do whatever, and we would read that book together and be like, oh, it's such a good book, we gotta hide it. So
what?
So we get first dibs on it every time we get the break time, so we could read this book.
Okay. You want to hide it from everybody else, so make sure you get it. I thought you were like, it has too many good secrets. We can't let them know. Flint Lockwood science. We're going to do it ourselves.
So we hid it. And then, after a couple days, the teacher was like, okay, guys, I'm going to read you guys a book, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And she goes over to the library, and she looks for it, and she's like, what? Where is it? And I was like, okay, I'll admit, me and my friends, we really like that book, and we hid it. Let me go get it for you. And it wasn't there.
Oh, no.
Come to find out, another one of my friends, I forget who, or so-called friends. No, he just hid it somewhere else.
I switched the
so that
spot,
I couldn't find it.
But he could find it. He took it all for himself. That's
Bastard.
funny as hell. I thought it was going to be like, she like pulled the book out and be like, I found where you hid it. And you're going to get caught. That's
no, I want to admit it because I'm like,
Holy
I mean, you're going to read it to the whole class? Like, oh, yeah, sorry. I really like it. I wanted to make sure I could read it every day. It was
innocent.
You're the teacher. I'll show you. And then, surprise, surprise, I was getting backstabbed the whole time.
Damn, that other kid wasn't owning up to it. What if, like, in the middle
I think he did eventually.
What if in the middle of owning up to it, like, actually, Brendan, it's not there.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, damn, I got to, like, find this, you know? Like,
yeah, but how long did you look for it then? Was it not right after that kid was like, hey?
I think it was a couple minutes.
Really?
But
he let you stew. Like, you, not only are you a thief, now you're a liar.
You think you know your friends.
You're lying about being a thief, which is
better?
Yeah, right? Is it better? Better or worse? Like, if you didn't murder somebody, but you said you did, is that...
It is definitely not as bad.
It's definitely not as bad, but, like, you still might go to jail for it. They might treat it as bad. So you probably just shouldn't say stuff like that.
Yeah, but I did hide it, and then it got re-hidden.
Whether you do a crime or not, just keep your mouth shut. General rule of thumb.
And I've seen plenty of fucking TikToks and Facebook videos. It's just, like, from, like, lawyers, and it's like, all right, so cop pulls you over, you know, show me your license registration, and he starts asking you questions. What do? You shut the fuck up. You don't say anything.
Shut the fuck up.
We'll handle it. Just shut the fuck up. They will not, like, don't give them anything more than they need.
Smart. That is a smart play. I forget what comedian does it, but it's just like, he was talking about, I think it was the first 48. It's like, every single time one of the people get brought into the cops and just say, hey, yeah, can I get a lawyer? The cops are, fuck! Damn it! All right.
Some of the interrogations you do in a LA Noire are like,
they're so
they
bad.
should have lawyers.
Oh yeah, in the 40s though, absolute. They literally like spit in the face of police procedure. Like, there's one time where like, oh, don't you need a warrant for that? And he just goes, hey, shh. It's just like, welcome to the 40s, baby.
And I wonder if Miranda rights were established by then.
Actually, when was the Miranda case? You read them. Actually, no, I don't think you do read the Miranda rights. You just say you're under arrest for this. So it was probably after.
Mm-hmm. Do you know about the Miranda case?
I know of it, not the actual, the details though.
Basically, a guy with the last name Miranda, like, did murder, like, a young girl, but they, like, put him in a room and they, like, interrogated him for, I don't know, 30 hours or something like that.
Oh,
until he finally confessed.
So then did he, or was it one
of
those,
did
like,
do
false...
it,
Oh,
but
okay.
the whole thing was, like, their interrogation method was pretty brutal. And out of that, they were like, okay, you got to, like, say these things.
Right,
to read them the Miranda rights, so...
He knows that he could have called a lawyer at that point and whatnot, yeah. It was 66 that it took place.
Okay,
so, yeah, LA Noire was before Miranda rights. Definitely did not need to. You're just punching people out and putting them in handcuffs.
Yep. Just walking in like, that's why you murdered your wife, you son of a bitch. He's like, what? My wife is dead? Oh, no.
Yeah, literally. It's like the best one is like an old lady not connected to the crime who just like happened to see something. Like she comes out all dressed up in the rain, standing in the mud like, oh, I'm just wanted to be of help, detectives. I saw this crime. And then you just accuse her of lying. Like, no, you nosy old hag. You didn't say it. You probably did it and trying to cover it up. She's just like sitting there. The facial features they put in that game too. It's A1.
And there's the classic guy in the first mission.
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Perfection. I guess
it's so.
That's how they showcase that this is gonna be quite the game.
It's so good. The mocap they do on the faces, like they have like more mocap than you could ever like imagine it back in the time. Like, no other game had facial expressions like that, but even because they wanted to show it up, they just did it to the nines. Every single person who might be even the inklest of lying is like the South Park sketch where it's just like, no, I didn't, that's fine. I didn't see anything, officer. It's just like, right. LA Noire is a masterpiece of a game. If you've never played, definitely go out and try it. Or check out my stream, playing it every Wednesdays.
Something else with good facial expressions is probably Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. They do hella mocap on that.
Yeah, that was the one they did. They do like I forget what it is, where like they have the laser scan of the face. They're almost the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing Norman Reedus with like holding the baby with that thing, the classic BTS shot.
Mm-hmm. I've been seeing clips from the new one, Death Stranding 2, where it's like Norman, or Sam Bridges is his name, is like just taking pictures of like his friends and they're like posing and stuff like that, and it's like crazy how good the facial expressions are. It's like it looks like a real person like moving back and forth, like posing.
Pretty cool. I mean, Hideo Kojima likes to go for weird realism like that.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen have you played the Metal Gear Solid games, like 2 or 3?
Mm-mm.
The amount of just detail that goes into the first aid of that game. Like, if you get shot, it's not just like, oh, eat something to get rid of it. It's take out your knife, dig out the bullet, sew the wound closed, disinfect it, put a bandage over it. Like, you have to do every single step of it in that order correctly. Mm-hmm. It's wild. That's just for healing.
A Flash game where you had to do crazy ass surgeries like that. And, you know, you're like a time traveling surgeon, and like one of them was like, like remove a bullet or some shrapnel or something like that. One of them was like, treat this person for the plague.
Oh, I think I played that exact same game. Was one of them also like kill the vampire? Where you had to like put garlic in the wounds and whatnot?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I played that exact same game. And the other one was like you had to get the arrow through the leg, like pull it all the way through.
Yeah, something like that.
I played the exact same Flash game.
Yeah, Flash games are crazy.
Flash gaming was a golden era. The era of being, for me, a younger brother who, like, the older brothers were using the consoles and like, oh yeah, you can't play with us because you're too little. Flash games were my haven. Free games on the internet and a plethora of them. New ones coming out every day.
Ever play Interactive Buddy?
Yeah, that was a classic.
It's a little guy who you fucking torture
just
for
beat
money.
The shit out of him, yeah. Light him on fire and you shoot him with guns.
You could be nice to him, but that doesn't get you any money. But
yeah, you can pet him and give him tickles.
I guess it is like, you could just be nice to the guy, and you don't need the money because all you could buy with the money is weapons. It's.
But there was no like gore to it. He was just a little like blocker, not block.
There's
no ball guy.
There's no block. There's no goal. There's no objective. It's just that it's funny because of how it's like sort of framed. It's like here's a little guy. You can tickle his belly. You could
punch him.
Spray a little bit of water on him. He's okay with that. But if you did like a strong hose, he wouldn't like that. And it's just your interactive buddy. You can also punch him. And there's also this entire list of items that you can buy, like rocket launchers, grenades, like all types of shit. And it's just like that's all the progression you can do. But you don't have to. There's no objective.
Early 2000s internet. They like the little bit of gratuitous violence.
But the fact that you don't need to do anything in that. It's interesting that it has a mood meter at all.
It's all
even further, the one that goes positive. I think it's just interesting decisions into that.
I was watching a lot of clips of Lawrence Taylor earlier today. God damn, you're familiar with Lawrence Taylor, LT football player?
Nope.
Yeah, you ever watched the movie The Waterboy?
Nope.
Oh, well, he's got a small cameo in that. Was just an absolute maniac person. Like the level of intensity that he brought, like as a person, and then just able to back it up with the way he played. Like one of my favorite quotes from him is just from him yelling on the sidelines, like, "All right, let's go out there like a pack of crazed dogs and just have some fun." It's like, what is fun to you? What is fun to a monster like that? If you're being a pack of
crazed dogs,
ripping people apart, probably that's what he's referring to. That's what Lawrence Taylor liked to do. He would literally he would, after a few years of him being in the league, like quarterbacks would just give up upon seeing him. Like he would blow up an offensive lineman and then just start running at the quarterback, and he would just go, "Nope, I quit. I'm not gonna let you tackle me." And then he would just run by and like tap him. And for the amount of like crazy like intensity that he would be screaming, snarling, like damn near foaming at the mouth before the play, he would just ram somebody into the ground, slam him down, and just go, "Gotcha, and I'm gonna get you again." Just get up and then go back. He would just say like the most calm shit, like, "You have got to do better than that next time," but you're not gonna.
So he's a lineman?
He was first an outside linebacker and then a defensive lineman, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a crazy thing because they're called skill positions, the non-lineman positions in football, because obviously, you know, the linemen, big wall of men, whereas the running backs, the wide receivers, they're skinnier, faster
catching.
people. Right. They do speed, they do catching, they have different skills as opposed to just strong meat. But Lawrence Taylor was the guy who was routinely running through the big wall of meat men, just picking them up, moving them aside, and then chasing down those guys that are supposed to be faster than him. It's like, they're like, what are we supposed to do? Like, coaches were literally had to invent new formations just for him. Like, it's like, there was one time, a really infamous time, where a quarterback runs to the line. He only has like 10 seconds to call the play. He's like, all right, getting set, looking out, trying to make sure Lawrence Taylor doesn't see him, calls timeout. Lawrence Taylor's on the sidelines. Wasn't even in the play, but he couldn't see him, didn't know where he was, and that scared him enough to where he's like, fuck this. I'm not running the play. Mm-hmm. He was the craziest, most intimidating fucking person. And whenever you see highlights of him, you just feel bad for the people he's going up against. Because there's just, like, quarterbacks will get hit, and they'll just be, like, not even mad that, like, oh, they got hurt. They'll just get up and be like, what do we do? Can anybody? We get 2 people, 3 people on him. Doesn't matter. Can we do anything about this? They're just so, like, distraught. I love it.
Who do you play for?
He played for the New York Giants for most of his career.
Sounds like a big guy.
Yeah. He, like, basically, people on the team are talking about how he revitalized the franchise because he was so intense and was just that kind of guy, wouldn't let anybody else slip up and, like, not be at his level as well. Mm-hmm. He'd just be looking around like, come on, why aren't you guys, amped up like this? We're supposed to be killing them. We're going to go out there and have some fun today type shit. And it's like, let's do it. Yeah, why not, Lawrence? With you on our side, we're going to do everything. One of his teammates was saying, like, I went to the movie, saw Superman 1, went to the movie, saw Superman 2, and then I came to the game today and played with Superman 3. It's like, he's the coolest shit. I love Lawrence Taylor. When personalities like that become so large, like, he was the kind of guy, too, that were, like, Lawrence Taylor, the man, and LT, the football player, were like the 2 separate people. Because that's why he would just have, like, be able to talk in interviews very calmly and all that, and then just turn it on like a fire. Like, he would be a completely different person, it would seem like. It's so cool. I love when sports bring out, like, those larger-than-life personalities. Mm-hmm. Deion Sanders, Randy Moss. Great people.
Why didn't anyone think to hire, like, some sumo wrestlers and just put them in front of them?
I think someone tried that once, but sumo is very, very, very protected in Japan. If you're a sumo wrestler in Japan, 1, you've been training to do that for your entire life.
You know that, yeah.
And 2, you're not doing anything else. Like, not only because, like, I respect sumo so much, but, like, if you do that, you're probably not going to be allowed back into the country. Like, they'll disgrace you. Like, your family will probably, like, it's so well regarded. Like, they wouldn't let you do it. It's rough.
That's crazy because, like, Japan likes to export their culture, like, a lot.
But not.
We got Nintendo. We got PlayStation.
Not sumo. There's no like what manga. You call it. A governing body, whatever you would call it. Like, there's no thing of sumo like that for around the world. Like New Japan Pro Wrestling, they go around the world because pro wrestling, that's cool. That's even though it is a little bit more thought of as like a martial art in Japan, it's still they export that. But sumo, they do not. Mm-hmm. Sumo is sacred, stays there. Very, very protective of it. I learned a lot about it. I've been watching a decent bit about it because my brother turned me on watching the sumo tournaments. And it's crazy seeing even like the young 16-year-olds. Like, they've been training their whole lives for sumo.
I used to watch, I saw a couple episodes of this. It was like an editorial thing of like strange sports. And I saw like maybe 3 episodes of it, and they'll cover multiple things. And one of them was like, those training camps for sumo kids. Yeah. It's like very, very tightly regimented. Like they do the same shit like every single day, and they like eat at the same time, eat a lot because they gotta get big. There's
a video I should send you about how I think it was, I forget if it was Japan or one of the other countries, might have been Taiwan, that basically rigged the Little League World Series so they could have like super trained athlete kids. Because they basically like took kids out of school, made them do like professional baseball training regimens. Like, that's all they did for their entire lives. Whereas like most other kids were just like the summer baseball athletes, you know, like because they're kids and they're not full-time athletes. But yeah, they have it's a weird like regiment to want to go like push that hard, like plus ultra, whatever it would be called. It might be a little what you call it.
That's the thing they say in My Hero Academia.
Right,
I didn't know
right.
That was like a real thing, if it even is.
I don't think it is. It's just like that amount of like dedication and grit they put into it to just excrete every little bit out of a process. Like, ooh, we're gonna make it the best possible thing. You're gonna be doing baseball for your entire life. You're gonna sleep next to your baseball bat. You're gonna, do all this different. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch video essays on YouTube about that. Definitely look it up. Like all the different the ways they've had, like, I think it's the Little League World Series they've done. Sumo, they've have a lot of like thoroughfare for like children to do that. I'm trying to think of what the other they have through all my like seeing of that. They have American football in Japanese high schools too. I assume just for like to make more sports for kids to play so they could stay active. But I've been looking at a lot of just like different Japanese, not like kid sports scenes, but like athlete thoroughfare sports scenes to see like how athletes get made.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird subsect to find in, but I found a rabbit hole of just like watching mini documentaries on Japanese athletes.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, how like say how it's made.
It's essentially,
like,
I was trying
one guy
to
from History Channel like describing the process.
Yeah, I was trying to say like not just how athletes are made because that dehumanizes it a little bit, but essentially, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sports figures like that. I guess sports just really like give that avenue for personalities to come out like that. To where it's just like they give that the way to express yourself, like that physical expression, like with your entire body.
Yeah, I mean, like how many other competitions can you really make a sport or really make a career doing?
Right.
Like just competing.
Yeah.
Not like there's painting competitions.
I'm sure there are. You see like those ones. They're like. There's like forklift competitions and like international.
None of these things are nearly as big as sports.
Right. They're not like $1 million competitions, but they do exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool too, because you know the story of Deion Sanders at all?
Nope. I'm all ears.
So players in the NFL for a long time, there's a lot of different periods, or I guess like two really big ones, of strikes that happened due to player negotiations about pay and like the different rights they would have about like getting insurance and whatnot. And there's just been always a growing rumbling of players not getting treated fairly by the league and whatnot. But Deion Sanders, in the wake of a lot of that turmoil, decided that he was like, all right, I'm going to essentially just go into business for myself and try to make myself a large personality, be as big and as loud as I can to, get paid the most money. Mm-hmm. He had the famous saying, look good, feel good, play good, they pay good. So he was on the mission to get paid good. And he was that guy that would just walk in, chain swinging, pads over his shoulders, a fresh Jerry curl, the juice dripping everywhere, just walk up looking at the sheet who he's matched up with. 25? I'm going to burn your ass today. Doop. Walk right on by, just biggest swag in his step, put on all his pads. 20 minutes later at kickoff, and he would do it. Just absolutely torch everybody. Talk all the shit in the world and back up every single inch of it.
It's probably a nice cycle because you talk a lot of shit, and it's like, well, I got to work out harder. I mean, like, train harder. Because it'd be more embarrassing.
Essentially,
if I lose after talking all this shit.
And you kind of gets you in the zone. You're like, I'm going to get this guy. I'm going to beat him so good. And then he still beats your ass. You're just like, well, you're left with either I really need to work harder or, God, I really hate Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Neon Deion. Personalities like that just make football so much fun to watch. Not really a whole lot of like big time ones nowadays. Patrick Mahomes is really the only one I could think of, but even then it's just because they put him in commercials. He's not like, big guy. He's pretty safe, pretty milquetoast.
And there's Urlacher. Is Urlacher a football player?
He was.
Yeah. Now they got him on the
bald
billboards.
Treatments, because he was bald forever long. He was so bald, and now he has his hair back. Yeah. Pretty sure he's a douche IRL, though. I heard that. I don't want to claim it, but
I'll claim it. I don't know anything about it.
I've heard he was a douche.
I didn't even know he was a football player for certain.
He was like the Bears golden boy, the middle linebacker, Bears defensive captain for like over 10 years. He was the man.
Were they winning?
They got to the Super Bowl once and then got embarrassed.
Oh, was that the year the Super Bowl shuffle? What?
No, Super Bowl shuffle was 1985. They got to the Super Bowl. They won that year, but they got to the Super Bowl during our lifetime in 2006, something like that, 2007. And they got absolutely embarrassed by the Indianapolis Colts.
What's it been, 20 years since then, and no other notable Bears victories?
No, we figured smoking Jay Cutler was going to bring us to victory, and then we've just been on the quarterback train searching for the next guy ever since. It's going to be good old Mitch Trubisky looking hefty, then nope. Justin Fields, then I think nope. Now I don't know who we're on now. I'm not a Bears fan. I don't care. Go Jaguars.
It seems like with Chicago sports is it kind of comes up like just have like a golden year or something like that. But it doesn't seem like we have like a lot of consistency.
Nah,
no. You know, it's like what the fuck were we doing before and after the Cubs won the World Series in like 2018, 2019?
The White Sox won the World Series, I think, in like 2008 or 10, something like that. Before that, the Blackhawks were pretty consistent. They were good for a while.
I've actually, yeah, the Blackhawks have been good.
So we had good hockey for a good while. I don't think they're that great anymore. Yeah, the Bears weren't really doing anything super great. The Cubs were notoriously stinky for a while.
That damn goat curse.
Yeah, damn Billy Goat. Yeah, no, Chicago sports is just kind of... Basketball was kind of good. Like, when we had Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah, Carlos Boozer, like, when we were in, I think it was, like, 8th grade, like, high school, like, at that time. They were okay. I don't think they ever won the championship. They got to the playoffs, though. But ever since MJ, yeah, we never really reached that height. But that's the height. I mean, nobody will ever reach that height. He's the GOAT. So, shit. Dude, can we really complain?
Since we brought up the goat, have we talked about the Billy Goat Tavern before? I think we have, maybe.
Maybe? I don't... That's the tavern in Chicago, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they got a couple of them, but there's one that's, like, under a bridge. Like, literally underground. You go in there, you get a cheeseburger.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. We should check it out.
Yeah, I'd be interested in it. Is it, like, related to the goat curse for the Cubs?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I'd be interested then.
Maybe it's named after the whole deal.
I dig it. I never heard of it.
Yeah. Good, interesting spots in Chicago, soaking up the culture and the environment.
Yeah. We got to go. Have you been to the Bubble Waffle place by Joe Yee?
Bubble Waffle?
Yeah, so they make waffles that instead of like divots, they have bubbles in them. And then they put that into a cone and serve you ice cream in it. So you just get like basically a soft, hot waffle, but with the cold ice cream. So good. And they do little like shows.
What are the bubbles for?
Well, just
okay.
It looks neat. They do little shows with them too. Like if you get, I think they have like a chocolate strawberry one where they do like the strawberries like in a rose petal like kind of formation and then put strawberry drizzle. The coolest one though was they have Teddy Graham one where they put Teddy Grahams in a circle, put a marshmallow, Teddy Graham on top, and they light the marshmallow on fire. So all the Teddy Grahams look like they're sacrificing the one. Super funny.
That is cute.
It's just like she did it like in front of me, like doop 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 doop. They were like, "Yay!"
It's all about presentation,
right? I almost wanted to tell the people behind me, like, "Order that again." I want to film it. It's so cool. Yeah, we should get some bubble waffles though. That's like a really a good social media type thing. 'Cause they do like that whole big, make it look pretty.
How do you think you would fare with one of those like ice cream selling guys that keeps on fucking with you? Another social media thing.
I know how to beat those guys. Just eat the cones. Just eat them because he doesn't want to waste cones. The whole point is he's supposed to get the cone back every time. You just keep eating the cones. Eventually, he just gives you the ice cream because he's like, "Oh, I don't want to lose 6 cones on this joke." I've seen people do it. They just eat the cones and you just right away they're like, "Oh, you know," and you just give them the ice cream and tell them to fuck off. They get really mad, but it's like you were gonna fuck with me. What do you? I just want my ice cream. What are you trying to?
I didn't know there was a way to beat them. I feel much more secure going out in the streets, potentially wanting to buy an ice cream cone.
Yeah, because they give you the empty cone and they're just like, "Oh, ice cream? Nope. Ice cream? No." They usually
they put two cones, like one cone into another cone, and they hand you that,
Mm-hmm.
and you hold on to the outside cone, and then since the ice cream is stuffed into the upper cone, and it's on that like pole thing, this long scooper,
Right.
then it'll just pull it up from that, and then you have the empty cone.
Right, and they can't do that with the cone that's got like ridges and stuff on it, because then it'll take the ice cream and make it all like have people food on it. I don't know what the actual logic of it is, but as soon as you start eating the cones, they get mad and they just give you the ice cream, and they're like, no, we're not having this. You can win though. You can beat those Turkish ice cream guys, easy.
I'm into it. I want to find one now.
One trick they don't want you to know.
Actually, yeah.
Like literally.
One time it works.
Do you have like folk hero like role models, kind of the way that I do like sports heroes? Because the way that I like view those larger than life sports personalities are kind of not exactly like people that I want to be like, but people that I can like, or not emulate, but people that I can look at and be like, oh, there's certain parts of, you know, your personality or parts of things that you do that I can admire and maybe take notes on.
I don't really think I have many heroes. I used to idolize some musicians, I guess. Tom DeLonge.
Who's that?
It's one of the guys in Blink-182.
Pretty cool. Is he the lead singer? Why was he your hero?
Yeah, he was the lead singer, and I liked his songwriting better than I liked Mark Hoppus's. Oh, Mark is still good. It's just like,
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't really idolize people. I feel like I should, you know.
Well, I mean, like, idolize feels like, you know, it implies a
Admire.
worship or something like that. I mean, it's even admire, like, a lot of the people that I look at for sports figures, like Terrell Owens, for example, a shit person that I really, like, don't like, and I don't like the way he interacts with people, and, you know, like, as a person, really not, you know, don't fuck with him. Probably wouldn't share a drink with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he played sports and the way he interacted with, you know, like, people of authority and people that tried to put him down and get him to change his ways, there's something to that. There's something to, like, I'm going to be myself and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Like, that's something to look at that and be like, huh, that can do things for you. It can be pointed in the wrong direction sometimes, like it did for T.O. I don't even want to say the wrong directions. He's still out there catching touchdowns in arena football. Fucking go get some, T.O.
Mm-hmm.
He's still acting like he's 25 record shit, so who knows?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like a lot of people do have inspiring attributes and things that you may want to emulate. I definitely think I've run into stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't really
Inspire's
have, like,
a good word.
Go-to people where it's like, yeah, I want to be like that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess being, like, so ingratiated with sports, like I said, sports just has that, like, that knack for giving you the larger-than-life figures. Like, there's so many documentaries just about one person's life in sports just because of how miraculous it is. You know, the rags to riches story, coming up from nothing and then being able to provide for their family.
Mm-hmm. And then also just, like, being in a sport, like, if you're winning, like, but you're not, like, going 100%, like, there's drama in it. You know, you're going to win important games, you're going to lose important games, and it's like,
Yeah.
will they make a comeback? Who knows? Like, that in itself is interesting to look at. And then you find out more about it, and you gutsy up the story, and you fill it in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of inspiration to be had throughout sports. It's weird, like, you say, like, gussying up the story, like, obviously for sports movies and whatnot, but even just, like, for documentaries of people's lives where you don't even have to change stories, like, but it does make me think of someone like Bo Jackson, who has, like, literal mythological stories about his name just for funsies, just because like, I love when sports heroes, like we talked about with Rocky Marciano, when it goes so far into the past where you can literally just, like, speculate about how great they were, because, like, Bo Jackson's still alive right now and he's kind of like an older man, so it's kind of hard to talk about him as if he was a bygone mythical legend because he's still right there. But, like, the stories of him, like, throwing rocks at pigs as a kid and then the farmer coming out to check and just finding, like, pigs with holes in them dead.
Oh my god.
It's like, that's how hard do you have to throw a rock? That's insane.
You see, if you get, like, a nice hard metal rock and you put some gunpowder behind it in a tube,
I mean, in the rural South, and I forget when it was, like the 70s, I don't think they had access to fire. Actually, they probably did have a lot of access to firearms. Yeah, they probably did. It's not even like their technological dependence. Firearms are probably one of the only
But then that's just a weird
had.
lie.
That's what I'm saying.
This guy came and shot my pigs.
You'd hear gunshots, though. That's the thing. Like, you feel like that'd be an easy thing of the story. Like, he was shooting the pigs as opposed to, like, someone's... Because I get the whole story is someone told him, like, someone's fucking with your pigs. Like, they're throwing rocks at him to try and agitate him. And then he walked out, and there's just dead pigs with holes in them. And he's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
he became a sports star when he could have become a cryptid.
Right. That's one of the stories. Not exactly inspirational, but just, like, crazy mythological. I love when they get to that level.
Like Anakin shooting, or it was Luke, whichever one of them was like, it was Luke, Skywalker, shooting womp rats. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, you were just like murdering animals.
Yeah, you kill a couple squirrels, take their eyes out, it's what's the matter?
Well, I mean, hey, look at you now. I mean, you blew up a space station with a bunch of people on it.
Pretty cool.
Moving up.
I feel like the balance that we did before this episode has just completely thrown it on tilt. I feel like this episode is all over the wall.
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of silent breaks.
I'm still reeling from the goddamn grapefruit. I can still taste it on my mouth. I brushed my teeth. Why do people eat grapefruits?
I can't even taste the grapefruit anymore.
I mean, it's psychosomatic. Maybe I just feel like I taste it.
Yeah, you just...
I did cough up a part of it, though, so maybe it's like actually came back in my tongue. Yeah. Fucking grapefruit assassin. Awful.
You should have done the thing that I did, where you like go in like a circle.
I feel that would have made it worse. I feel like I would have just thrown up earlier. Just been sick earlier, and then I would have been able to eat way less. I'm kind of glad I saved
You
the
didn't throw up,
grapefruit.
did you?
No, I almost did. There's a couple times where it started like right here, and I had to like stop eating and just breathe for a minute while you were talking about Kellogg's or something.
Mm-hmm.
I faded in and out.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the grapefruit, but the thing is, too, is like the way that I was going about it, it's like palate cleansing. You're not like just eating the whole grapefruit at once. I took two goes at it. You ever go into like a candle store, right? Mm-hmm. And then they'll have a jar of like espresso beans with holes poked in the top, so that you can sniff the espresso beans and like wake up and cleanse your nose, cleanse the palate.
Why?
So that when you go to smell the next, because like a lot of candles are gonna kind of smell similar,
they're gonna
right?
homogenize. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. You won't be able to tell eventually. Yeah.
They're all gonna kind of smell like candles. So you smell something that's definitely not a candle.
That's kind of cool.
I also went to this Italian wedding when I was like 13, and it was like a family member of mine or something like that. And like one of the courses is lemon gelato, because it's like a palate cleanser in between like the more bold and meaty flavors,
interesting,
like savory things. You have a nice little bit of lemon with some mint leaves. Yeah, it's nice, refreshing. It's light.
Grapefruit is definitely not any of those things. It's not nice. It's not refreshing.
It is refreshing.
It's not light. That juice, as soon as it's sprayed into your mouth, it's like wringing a sock or wringing underwear with skid marks. It's not good.
With skid marks.
Yeah, you can taste the skid marks in it. It's not great. You should not be eating those. If a doctor recommends that, you need to get a new doctor.
Well, I mean, there is the whole thing of like where you're not supposed to have grapefruits if you're taking an SSRI.
Oh,
so I would only ever imagine a doctor would recommend against grapefruit.
Because they will
certain situations.
They'll hijack your body and then just kill you. Is that when you have an SSRI? Is it poison? Does that make it poison?
I mean, I don't exactly know what the so part of me thought it was like that it would make it ineffective, and part of me thought it was like it would cause you to like have a serotonin overdose type deal. So,
Yeah.
Don't do it. Luckily for us, we're not on those meds, so we can eat grapefruit as much as we like.
Which is never again. If you bring a grapefruit to this house, I will smash it over your head, Gallagher style. I will put it on the floor and use you like the hammer, Gallagher style. Just grab you by the feet and bop.
Reminds me of in one of my old places. where we would play Fruit Ninja on the back stairs.
Please not tell me with an actual knife or
No, it was a
sword.
katana.
Okay, well, a katana makes it a little easier, a little better, because you're not like, that's not slipping out and flying as easy as a knife is.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
Well, you'd
I dig that.
you'd have someone like there's like multiple flights of the stairs, So like the second floor to the first floor, it's like the stairs go down halfway and then they turn around and go back down again to reach the floor. So in that second, in that 1.5 floor, you'd stand, and from the second floor they'd toss fruits down at you.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
You go, yeah.
Just don't drop the sword.
Just don't drop the sword. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I feel like IRL, if you didn't like hit the fruit perfectly, you'd probably break the sword. Imagine a watermelon smacking a katana like.
Watermelon is like not a good idea. Even if you hit it, like you're gonna get hit by half of a watermelon probably.
If you're
like
a bad
apples
swordsman
and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That'd be fun to do.
Mm-hmm. Wish I actually knew how to use the blade instead of just.
I wish I had studied the blade.
Yeah.
You still can. I'm pretty sure there's like, what you call it, schools of martial art that'll teach you katana katas. You can like learn to use it. Same with like bow staff and sai and all those other ones.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was in Taekwondo for a while when I was younger, and like we had people with bow staff. I picked up nunchucks and I never followed through with it, but I had them, the foam nunchucks.
Nice, yeah. Nunchucks were illegal for a while. Like an actual like illegal to own like weapon.
Well, these were foam, so.
I know, but excuse me, they were registered or like recognized as a weapon by the government, which is really funny because it's like the shittiest potential. I mean, you could, especially a metal one, you could crank somebody's skull in, but as opposed to a gun, like it's not a weapon.
But like it's not like
or a knife even.
Yeah, but they got like brass knuckles are illegal, right? And it's not like why you make brass knuckles illegal? You could just shoot them.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. It's just
part of the brass knuckles thing too is you could hide it and slip it in. Keep it in your pocket.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like nunchucks, like why aren't knives illegal? Why aren't swords illegal? Then, like I feel like all these things would be more dangerous than nunchucks. Like nunchucks, a bow staff even would be like.
There are plenty of illegal knives.
Oh yeah, butterfly knife is technically illegal, right? Same with the spring-loaded ones, the stilettos.
Yeah, there's a lot of illegal knives. But people just get them anyways.
All right, maybe I'm rethinking how stupid it was to make nunchucks illegal. Maybe nunchucks should be illegal.
You needed them to stop someone with a knife. Give you a bit more reach. Break the wrist.
That's true.
Because that is a big thing about it, is that you get the swing motion and an extended reach.
Oh, right. I've watched all the Bruce Lee movies. I'm familiar with how nunchucks work, but that's why I was going to kind of make a thing of like the government watched Bruce Lee movies and just got so scared they made nunchucks illegal. But honestly, I'm probably a little bit more scared. I should have been a little more scared when I was watching those. It's not as ridiculous as they make it seem. Bruce Lee could actually probably fuck up a whole group of people with nunchucks real easy.
I mean, if you think about it, it is like a stick shape, but it is kind of like a flail.
Yeah, it's got that chain.
Yeah.
The spinning thing.
Except it's moving much faster, but it is lighter, so.
Especially a wood one. Ooh. Metal one would probably like actually crack your skull and kill you. Good God.
You can get a cracked skull and not die.
I mean, yeah, I've cracked my skull and not died, but you don't want a cracked skull.
True.
It's never a good thing. I cracked my skull when I was a little baby man. Twice. I got stapled up and then I knocked the staples out.
Why?
The first one is because my babysitter was an idiot. I was well, technically I was the idiot, but my babysitter was a dumb idiot because I was a baby. Are you gonna call a baby an idiot and blame him?
Yes.
The car was stopped. I was like, I could figure out my car seat. I got out of it because my buddy Eddie had dropped his blanket on the floor. I was like, don't worry, I got this shit. Got your blanket for you. And then the car moved, and my baby body went tumbling, and my head smacked the bottom of the seats where they have like those metal railings because the seats slide. Yeah. The last thing I remember was like laying over the center console looking up, and I just kind of like reached back and saw my hand was all orange.
Damn. Orange.
Yeah.
Baby blood.
I remember distinctly it being orange and being weird. Like I thought that was supposed to be red, but
maybe you just hit your head.
that's the conclusion I came to. Maybe I was just a little blurry or something. 'Cause it was the back of my head, so. Yeah, and then afterwards I was just wrestling with my brother, and he threw me off the bed, and then I cracked my head on the
with the
metal
staple
bed
still
frame.
in there?
With the staple still in there, yeah. The
That
staples
was your
came
fault.
out. Yeah, well, it's my brother's fault. Technically, he shouldn't have thrown me that hard. He knew I had staples in my head. Yeah, and then at that point, they were like, don't staple it shut again. Just let it heal. It's not that deep of a cut.
Mm-hmm. It's partially healed. Okay.
Yeah, it was partially healed at that point. Then they were I think the staples, I don't know how long they were supposed to stay in after that, but once they came out, they were just like, not worth putting them back in, I suppose.
And then your brother's going to do some even crazier shit and throw you off the roof.
No, I was thrown off the top of the bunk bed. But I didn't break my head. I just broke the light.
Nice.
Because we had bunk beds, but like a really small house with really small ceilings. So like you'd get in the bunk bed and you couldn't sit up. So when I got like shoved off the bunk bed, like I turned over and was above the light and just hit it on the way down.
I mean, I've definitely had that before when sleeping on the top bunk where I like get like startled or something like that and like bonk my head on the ceiling.
Oh, I got shoved. I wasn't startled or anything. I just got shoved out of the nest.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got mad. I got blamed for breaking the light. Because, yeah, technically my head did hit it, and it was me that broke it. But it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Stupid. I can go on about childhood injustices all day, but I think that is about the time we should end this episode of Cold Hard Trash. All over the board we were. That balanced breakfast really did us no good. That grapefruit assassin sent by you. You tried to take me out. You failed. How do you feel about your failed plot?
Good.
You bastard. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you being here. We have some ancillary content coming in with that balanced breakfast. If the video's not out by this time, if it is, then check out that video where we eat a balanced breakfast.
Learn what it means.
Yeah, learn exactly what it means to us. Be sure to rate us 5 stars, drop a comment wherever you can, give us engagement if you like the podcast, and tune in next week for more of this same podcast. If you didn't like it, don't tune in next week. We didn't want you here. See ya.